bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not me. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in the shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lack down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Detroit Lions. Cam Little after the opening kick, and we're off in Detroit. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Tonight, 180. Hey, kill. Hey, tonight.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Good start to this one for him. Their first offensive snap picks up 9.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down.
Cut. White 20. Left hand.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. He cuts it right. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome a quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. LaQuint Allen to return this. He stopped on the run back of the 27. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Hey, line. 11. On this side.
That one's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. Into the red zone. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars finish off their opening drive. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. You gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Play 20.
Goff to the air now. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. That's a nice running there. Gets him a 3rd down coming up. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
At the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Goff to throw here. It's 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
Hey, we go tonight. Play 20.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Keeps on moving into the red zone. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions break the tie here in the 1st. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This is Allen to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Route. Hey, Denver, take the time. Hey, kill. Here we go.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
Easy. Here we go. Hey, Jupiter.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Offense to the line fast.
That's another Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Lawrence with it on 1st. Into the hands of his running back, Etienne. And who nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down. Offense in a hurry up here.
First down, Jaguars.
11.
Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Looking quickly here.
13 more yards. And the Jaguars first down. First and goal, Jacksonville.
They'll run, ETN. And he'll go down shy the end zone. They mark him at the 4. So they'll be facing second and goal coming up as we reach the end of 1. The Lions out in front. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're back for the start of the second quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6.
Focus, hot. Hey, kill.
They go to him again. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's third and goal.
Easy. Read it for the court. Go. Let's go. 30 left.
And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he works his way for a gain of 4. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
39-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
2 for 1.
Back to Gibbs now on second. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Goff on first and 10. Going all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a second quarter lead. Wow, just perfect execution there, Brock. Nailing the fade for 6.
Yeah, when it comes to the fade route, it really is all about timing. And as you said, the execution of it. You have to have the matchup first, but then you need to go connect. A great play.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This is Allen to return. This makes it up to the 25.
Jaguars take over first and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Hey, let's go. Hey, son.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Buying some time right. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You could tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
Getting out to his left. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Gun. Hey, easy. Ralph. Hey, so 11. Go. 11, Agate.
They'll air it out on third. Escapes the pocket. On the run, deep down the left side. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. You got middle field open or close. So I got a single high or two high. Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Cam Little, the kickoff for the Jaguars.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Plenty of points already, partner, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Stick around. Some more from Ford Field on its way. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
Cut. 180.
Another one for Gibbs. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Black 20. What's that?
Running for the marker, it's Gibbs. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Black 20. What's that?
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions get some late points and the lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This is Allen to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10. Now 26-yard line.
There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive.
Now let's go. Hey, go street.
They've got a man in motion.
Street. Street. Silver.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Knees on. This is hot. Hey, kill. Kill. Go. 30 left. Here we go.
Lawrence trying again on second. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
Lawrence's pass intercepted.
That's one of the longest throws we have or probably will see in this contest, partner. Too bad it wound up in the hands of the defense on the interception.
It is so easy to marvel at the sheer amount of distance he threw that football. But can we also take a step back and marvel about the amount of distance covered by that defender? He had to stick in coverage 50 yards down the field, and that's not just it. It's not even about getting there. Once you get there, you got to make the play. He did it. That is job well done.
Go, 12. Go. What?
On first down, it's gone. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Almost a very quick drive, but the drop pick gives him new life. This is second down.
We go. Tonight.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Lions will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His fourth total score of the game.
He just keeps scoring and scoring and scoring it. Look at the juice he showed on touchdown number 4. He actually looks like he's getting stronger and faster as this game goes along. Just wow.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions double their lead to 14. So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, because this one goes for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
One last play before the break.
Rip. 11. Hey, son. Go. Let's go. 11, again.
Looking to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. On the run, deep down the left side. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This is Allen to return. And he doesn't get very far, just beyond the 5-yard line.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks it with a really long field ahead.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 13, Luke. Son, they son. Take right open. Hey, I'm gun. 11. Sink right.
Lawrence working from the gun. He's trying to go deep again. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it.
Lawrence's pass.
And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Cut. Like 20.
They'll go right side with Gibbs. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Four yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Cut. Like 20. Cut.
On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Lions push their lead further to start the half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. A 5th rushing score for him as he moves 1 away from the NFL record. And yet again, he's made a trip to the end zone, his 5th on the ground. And now just 1 more return visit away from tying that NFL single-game record. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21.
42. Jaguars 21.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This is Allen to return. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. And the return takes them down inside the opposing 40. Some excellent field position here.
Well, at this point, they're going to take points any way they can get them, and that includes on special teams. He's had a ton of kicks sent his way, a bunch of returns today, and he nearly made a pay with that one.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Quickly out to the right, complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
Easy. Hey, center. Stop. Great job. Go. Hot.
Lawrence to throw it. Cut near the goal line. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up first and goal.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Working quickly here.
That's another Jaguars first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
11, add it. Go, let's go. 30 left.
And he will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Jaguars 48. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Block 20.
Now Gibbs. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Come on. 180.
Going to the ground again on first. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
All that rapping pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All the folks in me I thought made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm all in Nico Pitts, me putting working on the phones. Either that or try to money or to make the pickups. Man, it's 2008, I'm trying to paint the picture.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
180. Man, good throw. What's up?
Running it with Gibbs. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. The Lions have fought their way to a strong lead in this one. They've got the football too. New set of downs for them from the 31.
What? 20. What's up?
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he cuts, and he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions make it a 3-score game in the fourth. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. The 6th time he's run it in this game, and that ties the NFL record. What do you say we set up a picnic chair in there for him and save him some time, partner? That is the 6th time that he's run one in this game. And that earns him a well-deserved piece in the record book alongside Alvin Kamara, whose single-game mark he's just tied. Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21.
Lions 49, Jaguars 28.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This is Allen to return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Hey, James, attack! 11.
Trying to throw this from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He goes to the hurry up here.
That's a gain of 7.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Got his man, Thomas has it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
15 yards. And the Jaguars first down. A gain of 14.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence.
First down.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars get it back to within 2 possessions. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. On his Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars get it back to a 14-point game.
Jaguars 35. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
180!
Goff setting to throw. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. It's Gibbs on the carry. Has room down the left sideline. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. A 7th rushing score in this game. That's a new NFL record. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21.
Jaguars 35.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This is Allen to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
13 Luke.
First down throw, Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. So 2nd down coming up.
At the 24-yard line.
Safe right. 13 Luke. Luke. Hey, Silver.
Back to throw, here's Lawrence. And he put everything he's got behind it. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps the defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
Hey, I'm gun. 11.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's good for a Jaguars. First down. It's a gain of 10.
Hey, Jupiter.
First down, Jacksonville.
Safe right.
That's completed out to the right. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense to the line fast. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Red. Easy.
Throwing again. Here's Lawrence. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. That one was intended for Travis Hunter. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
4 yards to go.
On red. Yeah, Soko. Go. Let's go. 11.
Back to the air, Lawrence. Big game going, and Thomas snags another. Here he goes again. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars get it back to within 2 possessions. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. On his Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars get it back to a 14-point game.
Jaguars 42.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And no luck, the Lions there to recover. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Cut. Block 20. Cut.
A give left side for Gibbs. Through the defense it goes. Room to burn. And he will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a 3-score game in the fourth. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Another score for him this game. Well, he had a date with history, and now that football, and heck, maybe the jersey too, they've got a date with Canton and the Hall of Fame. That is a new single-game record for rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep this credential. How about you, partner? This has been awesome, right? The intersection of luck and skill. The luck and the good fortune to get so many opportunities, but then that skill to deliver time after time after time.
This is Allen to return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10.
These are 20, 13, Luke. Hey, go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions get it back with a nice return to boot down inside the 30.
Lawrence's pass intercepted.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here goes tonight. 180. Hold on. Check. What's that?
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, you won. Look. 20. Turbos up.
Here's Gibbs on the carry. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? No throw. 3rd and long. This is brought in by Laporta. He gets this down to the 13-yard line. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13.
Gibbs now from the gun. Has some room to work. And they take this in for the score. The Lions put up even more points in a win. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Another score for him this game. Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions continue piling on to this lead.
70. Jaguars 42.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This is Allen to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Red on red.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Trying to push deep downfield. He's got it deep downfield. And he has it all the way down to the 30-yard line. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. 1st and 10 after that last highlight. They're at the 30.
Hey, I'm going.
Lawrence looking to throw. Throwing deep here for the end zone. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
13, Lou. 11. Here we go.
Throw here, 3rd down. Throwing for the back of the end zone. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars making the scoreboard look a touch better. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. A 4th for him in this game, and one more ties the record. That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So 1st down from the 41.
Cut. Black 20.
Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. And he's out the clear. And he'll add to their lead on the final play of the game as he's in for the touchdown. The Lions keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Another score for him this game. So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. And they weren't afraid to keep running.